Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Darlene and I will get into your reading in just a moment. I'd like to thank you all for coming and checking me out today. Maybe some of you are returned subscribers. I certainly hope so. If you have not done so, please go to my playlist for deceased loved ones. I have many videos there, and so if this reading doesn't particularly resonate with you or your family member who has passed, there may be one on that list that will. And I try to post these weekly at Saturday, typically Saturday mornings, if I can get it in my schedule. And also I do other kinds of readings, collective readings, Scorpio readings, those kinds of things. So if that interests you, please look at those playlists as well. All right, let's see what else. And lastly, yes, I do go live a couple of times a month. Or at least I'm trying to build that into my schedule, where I do live readings. And so if that's something that interests you, if you will subscribe and hit that notification bell, then you will get notified when I do that. It is typically on a Sunday evening, not always, but you can also go to my community tab. I will be making posts there in advance to let you know when I'll be coming live. So just, all right, all that business out of the way. Now, if, let's see here, not if, I don't know where my mind was going there. Today, I am being shown this gentleman that's coming through. He's having trouble breathing, so he's showing me this because to help you know who this is or was. I just really feel this difficulty breathing, and I feel like this was either like COPD, possibly lung cancer, could be all of them, both of those combined, but eventually I believe he had to have one of those tubes put in his trachea so you can breathe literally through the trachea. Now this, I don't even know if they do that procedure anymore. But I remember I've seen a few people that had that, and I know what that looks like, and Spirit always uses references from our life to, you know, that's how mediums work. You know, if I have never seen something, it would be very difficult for them to show that to me. So anyway, he's also telling me he was a veteran, and I'm hearing Air Force. Okay. And I believe, of course, he was the people I've known that have had that, or known of rather, they were smokers, and so he's acknowledging that. I don't, well, it doesn't matter. Let me just tune back in here to the energy now. He's coming through to bring a message for his grandson. This child has siblings, but this message is specifically for this grandchild. So this is a young man who is, you know, coming into his own, so to speak. He's of the age where he's having to take on more responsibility. You know, he's still got school responsibilities and studying. He's, you know, got a car and he's got some freedom, but with that comes the responsibility. And now I gotta have a job because it costs money to put gas in those cars, as we know. And so he's just showing me that, you know, as we all do in our own good time, this young man is having, shall we say, a little bit of a challenging time trying to adjust to all those grown-up responsibilities and pressures. He's saying he's a really good kid, but he's just being pulled in a lot of directions right now, and he's trying to he is trying to keep up his studies and all that, but it's just a lot, and so he's feeling the pressure. And the reason this is significant to the message is because apparently this young man is sneaking some smokes, shall we say, and he's coming through to caution him because of what he went through. because of what this man went through and where it led to him and his physical body having these ailments. And so he's coming through to bring the message to the grandson, excuse me. You know, I understand it's hard. I know life is hard. I know. And there's, of course, some peer pressure with that young people get still pressured into doing that. Not so much smoking cigarettes, but it's still a thing, is my understanding. I'm just listening in to see if he says anything else. That was the main message he wanted to bring through. So let me see if there's anything else. And he's saying, tell your little sister she plays too many video games. Okay, all right. Anything else? He is acknowledging for you, the young man, he's saying that you're a much more careful driver than he was. You know, so many kids, they get their first car and they're speed demons, and he's saying you're much more careful, so he wants to acknowledge you for that. Okay, what else? This is interesting. He's saying he sees you like in the kitchen cooking something simple like a grilled cheese sandwich. He's specifically showing me that. And that you make sandwiches for yourself, but he's saying you should get in the kitchen more. So he's seeing that that is an interest that you would enjoy and be pretty good at down the road, or well, at any time, I guess, if you perfect it. So he's encouraging you to do that. Okay, anything else? He's bringing a memory back when you were younger, something about swimming in the pool. Maybe he took you to the pool. You know, he might have been babysitting. I don't see that you necessarily had a pool. It feels more like a public pool where a lot of kids and families go. So he's showing me, bringing that up, something about that. Maybe you were afraid. Tell me more about this, please. He just said for the longest time he would watch you. You would just kind of get on the, I think it was, I don't know if it was a paddleboard or a raft, something, and you would just kind of kick yourself around like that. He said, honestly, I didn't think you'd ever learn to swim. But you did. He said, you're just not in a hurry in that. Oh, I see. Okay, thank you. He said, you're not like a lot of kids or people in general. You're not a person who is always in a hurry to get somewhere or accomplish something. He said, you're more the tortoise versus the hare. He said, but when you put your mind to something, you're very capable of accomplishing it. So again, he's acknowledging that aspect of you, but he's also bringing that back. The reason he brings that up, I think, also to share the memory, so you'll know who this is for you. But that's why now, and what you're experiencing in life and having all these pressures is you feel pressured. You feel like you're pushed, like you've got to get stuff done. You've got to get stuff done, and there are many more pressures on you than you are used to having, and that's what's driving you, this nervousness and so forth, to want to smoke. And that's just his whole message is about that for you. So, okay, anything else? He's saying, just don't do it. Just don't do it. All right. Well, that was a short message today. He's pulling his energy back. Again, if you like what I do here, please hit that like button. I would be very grateful. That small gesture helps my channel to grow. It helps me bring more of these kind of readings for you. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you very, very soon. Take care.